come on right over. Gary Roberts. Roberts loving the bucket. Hey, you got the old school CCM bucket too. I mean, it's no SK. You used to wear one of these, right?
No, never.
No, never?
Maybe junior.
Maybe, yeah? Now you're here, you're fresh.
I can't remember that.
Lot of years spent on the ice, Gary. I know you recently hung up the skates, but you're out here for a great cause. What are you expecting out of this year's Stanley Cup playoffs, if I may be so bold to ask?
Well, honestly, I haven't paid a lot of attention to it. I have some friends in Pittsburgh. I'd like to see them do well. Real good teammates, ex-teammates, and so I'm probably pulling for Pittsburgh, but I haven't really watched too much hockey. I'm kind of taking a break from it. This is really the first time I put my skates on since I retired.
No kidding. Now, I mean, you're legendary for your workout regimen. You might not even be playing right now. You still hitting the gym 8 times a day?
Definitely not, but I enough just to stay somewhat thin. But yes, definitely toned it down a little bit, but still trying to stay somewhat fit for life after hockey.
Very quickly, because I know we're going to be getting you on the ice, and we're here all weekend covering this event, but while I do have you on the ice, Gary, got to ask, you were with Pittsburgh last year during their tremendous run. Do you see some guys from Pittsburgh this year really working that, extra bit during the playoffs?
Well, I think you learn a lot when you go through what they did last year. They have such a young team, and they definitely have matured over the year, and they're going to take what they learned from last year's final into this year's playoff. And I know they're up against a good team in Philadelphia, but I think what they learned last year will hopefully help them win the series.
Now, one last question. You're talking about the bucket. We're talking about your bucket. What's the oldest piece of equipment you ever saw in a dressing room, and you looked at them and you're going like, why are you even wearing that anymore?
Well, I'd probably say, I think back to the goalies, when all the goalies were changing their equipment, and Trevor Kidd walked in one day in Carolina, and his equipment was beside Kirk McLean's equipment, and Kirk McLean said, not a chance, I'm not changing my equipment, I'm not changing the way I play. And Kirk McLean's equipment looked like he was about 8 years old compared to what Trevor Kidd was wearing. So I think the biggest change in equipment overall over the last 20 years has been the goalie equipment.
Now, would you say Kirk was still wearing the 2-piece baseball chest protector and one piece?
Honestly, he looked like he was a minor peewee goalie, so we were all laughing about it. But to Kirk's credit, he didn't change. He finished the way he started, and good for him.
Stand-up goalie all the way, right?
Absolutely.
Hey, Gary.